Hey there, everybody. It's Johnny coming at you, and we are here at Crown Land Productions, and we got another parcel today, which is going to be really cool. It's going to be an exciting little episode here on the Superfood Chef, and we're going to start off here. We're going to open this baby up and see what I got from the fairy godfather. I don't know if the father wants me to call him a fairy, but here we go. We're going to open this baby up here. And yeah, I was one of the very first Canadians to actually be on this product right here, and I have found very good results with it. I like to say that it's a great replacement for coffee or tea in the morning. It keeps me going all day long. So here we are again. Live cell research. This is me, Walter John Stewart. Yeah. Warden of the Hall, or I should say Warden of the Corridor, our modern name for the hall. Yeah, and I'm on these different products generally because I want to be more robust and more effective with my day. And all of their products I find are the highest quality I've ever been able to find anywhere, and most importantly, their supplements are nourishment at a cellular level. Yes. And they're 100% natural too. Natural ingredients. This one is actually Vital Stem. And the first time I was on this in 2015, I had a really good time with it. When I decided to really go hard with my time-lapse mountain tour series, I got back on it again just to give me that extra punch that I need to get through all the hard work at the computer. Naturally, through the use of blueberry and green tea extracts, as you can see here, right here. Let's see, yeah, it goes blueberry fruit and green tea leaf. Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you read it. But yeah, it's what it does is actually stimulates stem cells, and lots of Canadians are stem cell deficient. It's a true thing. We suffer from not getting very much sunlight in Canada. And I've been looking at the nutritional level of Canadians, and I would honestly say that the difference between basically Americans and Canadians, the difference between the two, even though we're on the same continent, Canadians are severely malnourished. And most importantly, probably most of us lack a good quality vitamin D injection every day from the sun. And remember, the sun is not a reliable source for vitamin D, especially in Canada. So you really got to stay on top of your vitamin D supplements. And the best way to get vitamin D is to basically consume a nice poached organic free-range egg. The yolk is very rich with vitamin D and healthy cholesterol, which is really good for the liver as well and the brain. Remember, as we learned from Dr. Peter Glidden over at Glidden Healthcare, a lot of us are out there with basically brains that are shrunk and look like little Cabbage Patch dolls because we're cholesterol deficient, because doctors say that cholesterol is bad. But the brain, one of the things that ignites the brain on fire with activity is healthy cholesterol. And the other thing that a lot of doctors don't say, that when we wake up in the morning, and this is the one you want to keep a hold of, when we wake up in the morning, your body takes healthy cholesterol, good cholesterol, and turns it into the mother hormone DHEA. And if you don't know what DHEA is, just Google it, and there's all kinds of information. And that's the mother hormone of the body that regulates all the hormones. And every single year after 30, the body manufactures less DHA. And if you don't have good cholesterol in your body's going to manufacture even less DHEA. So now, on with the show here. The reason why I've ordered the Vital Stem is that I'm on a 12-month supply here. They will send me one of these babies every single month. Now, as I said, 83% more stem cells. I want you to think of your sharpest day, and I want you to think of your most athletic day, that you felt like you were just above average. and you felt sharp as a dime with your physical activity and your mental clarity, and I want you to increase that by 83%. Come on. There's lots of days you wish you had 83% more go to deal with all the tasks at hand. And this is the reason why I take such natural supplements. And plus, just imagine 83% more rebound than the body could ever reproduce, because this stuff makes the body produce 83% more stem cells than the body could ever do naturally on its own organic clock. Now, here we go. Moving over here to keep this episode pretty short. Let me go back to what we got last time, just a little bit under a month ago. Yes, the GP Slim package. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm giving my body the double whammy, and it's not going to be a whammy. No, it's going to be like a slammy. And just so everyone knows, as you can see my arms, my wrists, I'm not an exceptionally overweight person. The reason why I take the GP Slim is that I want to think about boosting my energy and maintaining my muscle. I already have a pretty slender waistline. I mean, even at my age, I'm still hanging on below that 34-inch waist level. So I'm doing my job. I'm out there walking it. And but most importantly, with the GP Slim, as it says here, to increase GLP-1, it's a protein from the blue whiting, as it says here on the back. It's a blue whiting protein, and now Canadian waters do have blue whiting, right? So it's something that naturally occurs, but it's 11 grams per scoop. It's not like we're not killing lots of fish over this. It's just 11 grams per day, and that is just enough blue whiting to really help nourish what we call the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve, as these scientists have spoken about, and how all scientists know the vagus nerve, is that it's like the second brain. It runs all the mechanical aspects of the body. In your 40s, actually at age 40, your body starts aging 1.5 years faster than before 40. And some of this is because of DHEA, but the other thing is the vagus nerve starts to die. And eventually, through the dying process, the vagus nerve just says, I can't do it anymore. And, in our 80s or 90s, we decide to kick the bucket. And some of us just aren't ready for it, Life comes with sometimes many delays, and the things that we think that we're going to be able to do when we're young in life never happens till we're older. And then when it's time to go do these wonderful things that we finally can afford, we don't have the energy because our vagus nerve's almost dead, but our brain is still alive saying, hey, let's do this, but the body just won't go. And that's the reason why I'm on this. So, and this company, Lifestyle Research, claims that no matter what decade you're living in your life's journey, GP Slim will help you feel like you're in a very young decade of your life, like in your mid-teens. And that's where a lot of people like to be, right? Vital and healthy, and feel like that we could take on the world. And yes, we have more clarity and more focus when we're older, but the thing is that our energy begins to slide every single decade after our 20s because of that DHEA level and all the other things that go with the natural aging process. Remember, as we've learned from all of our professors, before we are even born, the body is designed to age. So how we decide to age, do we want to age like a moldy piece of bread on a shelf, or do we want to age like a fine craft of wine that is ever so divine when it's 10 times older than the day it was born, right? So this is it. This is the idea, is to take all that experience that we have, all the cognitive function we've developed through our years of trial and error and school of hard knocks, and basically put that knowledge is gold philosophy in our life's dwellings to basically create a better body that will meet the goals that the modern world has. It's most importantly for us older decades to actually still compete with the younger decades that don't have the experience and failures that we have learned from. All these supplements right here, both of these are basically the highest quality natural supplements, completely ethical and completely functional. So you can be completely functional and ethical about maintaining your day and weathering well against the hands of time. Look guys, I just want to let you know here, even though these products come from the States, it proves that the people in the States are not just all about guns. They're all about keeping people healthy as well. And when I put these two together and how I feel just over a little bit more, let's take a look how much I've used here. I would say I have about a week to 10 days of this stuff left. I haven't even had my scoop for today, and I didn't have one yesterday, but I'm still just right off the map with energy. I'm telling you, the other day I had to basically get up. I got up, I was working on a wedding, and I actually got up 3:45. I worked on the wedding until 7 a.m. Then I took a little bit of a snooze just to rest the eyes, then got up, went and I chefed for 6 to 7 hours, and I commuted back and forth, and then I came back and worked on that same wedding and finished the wedding, and then went to drop it off, and then I came back in, and by the time I was back at the studio to clean up after all the work, it was like 11:30. And then I went back to my home front, slept, and set the alarm, and I was still up. The next day I was still up 30 minutes before the alarm, even though I pulled a 4 a.m. shift to a 11 p.m. shift the day before. And you know what? I didn't even feel wired out, weird, or exhausted, or felt like that my immune system was crashing. I felt like a fish that was ready to swim right across the ocean. And that's exactly what the blue whiting says. You know, people say, well, I don't know if I would want to feel that way. But look, when you feel like a fish, you're like, hey, let's go swim 100 miles. They're not complaining about it. They think it's cool. That's why they all just bolt here, bolt there. And that's the reason why you don't see fish overweight. And no, this stuff is right on the money. And these guys at Live Cell Research, they are basically hammering it out. And I really do believe what they say, and that's, we won't make you younger, but we will make yourselves younger. And that's exactly how I feel and look every single day when I'm on their product. I just feel younger, thriving right in that mid-20s section of my life where I just felt like I was in an inferno, ready to take on the world every day, no matter what kind of onslaught I was measured against. All the prayers I have are coming to pass. And I really truly believe, folks, that if you want to pray for one thing, yes, the universe might give you that one thing. But if you want to pray for something better, it might take time for the universe to deliver. But the nutrition that I've always wanted, in the time period that I certainly need it, the force that gives me the light that I have in my life is the one that gives me nutrition that keeps the life, happening in my body. And I can't say it any better. What can I say? I want to be young. I want to be vibrant. I want to have all my goals, and I want to obtain them, and I want to rebound the next day so I could do it again and outlive my last achievement. This is Johnny signing off from Carolina Productions with two amazing products that I'm going to marry up against each other. I've never been on both products at the exact same time, and the next 30 days is going to be amazing. And I will be more on top of this documentation of where these two products take me, because I'm pretty sure what these two products will do will help me maintain the responsibilities that I've inherited from my forefathers to carry out a strong legacy of heritage and sustainability here in the Canadian Rockies through a company that's not selfish, but generous with their knowledge and their dedicated hearts. Thank you once again for watching, and I will stay tuned with updates of how these two amazing products by this award-winning company help my life and those lives around me that I care for deeply every day with the services I provide and that are entrusted with me. All the best and warmest regards and happy holidays to you from Crownland Productions.